Welcome, everyone. Today, I'm thrilled to introduce special guest Joette Karr. Joette is one of the owners and head coaches at CrossFit Gris Gris. Joette has transformed countless lives through her innovative and supportive approach to fitness. In this interview, we'll dive into her journey, the philosophy behind CrossFit Gris Gris, and how the principles of fitness can enhance employee benefits, mental health, and overall well-being in the workplace. Joette, please give us a brief introduction of yourself.
Well, thanks for having me, first of all. So I'm Joette Karr. I've been in the fitness industry almost, close to 20 years now. I started at a local fitness center. I managed the gym, taught different aerobics classes. I was a triathlete. I was introduced to CrossFit, and after my first workout, I've never raced again. I haven't done a single race. Once I got more ingrained in the CrossFit community, that's what really sucked me in, was the community aspect and seeing how close knit people were that really would not have anything in common outside of the gym. But once they got into these four walls, they had this instant connection, and that really, tugged at my heartstrings. And I started confident. The confidence I've gained doing CrossFit is what it did for me, is what I wanted to give to other people.
Give us a little background on CrossFit Gris Gris itself. How long you've been around, the story of how it came to be.
So we actually started as Full Bore on Division Street. I had two other partners. They started it. We opened this location in 2017. Their lives got busy, so I found two new partners, and that's when we changed the name to CrossFit Gris Gris. Gris Gris can be scary. I know, people thinking it's voodoo, but the way we looked at it is it's a talisman that wards off evil. And the way we look at it is CrossFit is our talisman that wards off bad health, bringing in the good energy, good health, not just physically, but mentally.
No, 100%. So first question is, CrossFit emphasizes both physical and mental strength. How do you see the connection between physical fitness and mental health?
It plays a huge impact. Like I said, for me, it was a confidence booster. And once you start gaining confidence, that mental piece becomes a lot easier. Studies have actually shown in CrossFit specifically, but any program, you can learn new skills. So in here, we learned how to rope climb. We learned how to jump rope. We learned how to get inverted. We learned how to pull up. And what that shows is those things, and continuing to learn those new skills, keeps our brain young and active. Just like when we're learning in school, we get to a certain point, we get out in the world, kind of stop learning new things, unless you need to get CEUs. Sometimes that's not even learning anything new, maybe just learning a new product. But in here, learning a new skill and a new way to use your body keeps us young mentally.
No, 100%. I mean, most of you guys know I've lost 50 pounds recently, and a lot of it was help from medication, but that gave me the willpower to try something new. And when I came in here, coming up on a year of being a CrossFit Gris Gris, I kind of put myself in uncomfortable situations that I would have never done in my life. I've always been fit, active, played hockey, ran, have a gym in my house, but the community aspect and the mental health aspect of the gym has changed my life drastically. So next question is, what role do you think regular exercise plays in maintaining mental health, especially for employees who are dealing with stress?
So especially in a community aspect, if you find any kind of fitness program or any active program where you feel like you're a part of a community, I feel like it takes so much feeling stigmatized out of the way. It's easy to get wrapped up in the everyday of, feeling like we don't fit in everywhere. Sometimes if it's at work or at your kid's school, you're trying to fit in with other parents. And then something about when you share a common bond in an activity or a workout and you create that community aspect, there's a sense of pride and accomplishment and just feeling like you actually fit in somewhere. And we don't talk about it enough as adults, that aspect of feeling like you don't fit in. And we all feel it somewhere throughout our lives. We all feel it. And being active and finding a group that you can be active with makes you fit in,
makes you feel wanted.
Makes you feel wanted and appreciated, I I hope every member here, when I say I love my members are my family.
Yeah, if we don't come for a couple weeks, she definitely will reach out to us and just
Find
check
out where you
on
are.
us.
I get worried, you know.
I think the biggest thing is like if it's not fitness, it's got to be something active. Whether it's a softball league, volleyball, bowling, Dungeon and Dragons, playing video games. If you have a sense of community with the things that you're passionate about, our passion just happens to be fitness, and we like being around other like-minded individuals. But that sense of community, and there's a lot of times that you see the workout for the week, and you look at it and you're like, oh, this is going to be miserable, but then you do it, then you just sit around for the 5 minutes after and be like, well, I just did that, so I can accomplish anything.
And you're getting high fives. I mean, it's like finishing a baseball game or a football game. You know, your coaches are giving high fives, your fellow athletes are giving you high fives, and it's something you shared together. Oh, that really sucked, but we got through it together.
Yeah, it's miserable, but we did it. So next question, in your experience, how can integrating fitness programs like CrossFit into employee wellness programs benefit both mental and physical health? And what step can employers do to encourage participation in these programs?
I think there's a lot of things. So I did a lot of corporate outreach at the fitness gym, and I try to do it in here as well. Just once you have employees starting any kind of activity, naturally they start their mental health goes down. So now they need to be in therapy or on any kind of drugs to help anxiety, decreasing blood pressure meds, decreasing diabetic and insulin. That helps the premium for the company. So for companies, they can, I shouldn't say should, preaching, they can offer incentives of, we can pay this much of a stipend towards whatever club you want to join or whatever gym you want to join, whatever activity you want to join. And then maybe even keep them accountable. Every month, check in with them. Hey, what did you do this month to get active? Give them small challenges. Let's say, hey, we want everybody to walk a 5K over the month, just a walk. And then now you're creating a community aspect within your employees as well, because they'll call each other and say, hey, why don't we go do a mile today at lunch? Or why don't we go after work and do a mile?
Yeah.
And it makes it fun. Anything that you can do to make it fun to get your employees healthy is important. It's key. Especially with the way our economy is going, we have to start reducing.
Touch on the different type of members we hear. We have many different classes, 5 a.m., 9, 12, and 3, 5, 6, and the demographics that go to each class. Touch on that for a second.
Yeah, I think that's what I love most about the gym is the diversity. And, our 5:15 class, we have a lot of teachers, coaches, sports coaches. That makes up our 5:15 class. Then we have our 9 and noon, and those are usually people in sales, people who have a little more freedom in their schedule, can fit it in on their lunch break. And then we get to the later classes, 3:30, 4:30, 5:30, 6:30. 3:30 has a lot more entrepreneurs in it. 4:30 is younger. 5:30, some college kids, but we also have nurses who are just getting off of work. And then 6:30, people who work those longer hours, we have that 6:30 class that anybody can hop into at any time. But we also have a running club that anybody's welcome to. We do not charge for that. We just want to see people get healthy. We also have a barbell club. So we have something for everyone. And it is amazing to watch different people get along that you would never think would get along outside of.
Yeah, it's a very, very different class. And first time I was very intimidated when I walked in the door. Then as I started to kind of meet people and know their names, it's a great group of people. So, well, thanks, Joette, for all the valuable insights. That's all for today's episode. Thank you.
Thanks.
See how long that was.